Yeah, so we all start at Sandman Camp. The helicopters start at Wrangler flight marker on the map. And there are resupply crates at their spawn. First objective we're going to do, Wrangler 2 is going to land directly on that highway. We have about half an hour before the convoy comes from north to south. Wranglers 1 and 3 will be landing on top of the overpass that goes over the highway, while Wrangler 2 lands directly on the highway to push northeast and set charges on that highway for the convoy when it passes. Since Wrangler 3 has the weapons team, I'm having them land further south, so that way they'll probably get fucked up less. All around those LZs and that highway, there are bunkers and road checkpoints and shit, and there is, let me make another marker, potential armor in the north inside the town of Falling Bostel. Because all these objectives have amounts of intel in them, we are going to be pushing on that town in some capacity, depending on, how much contact we take there. But it is a boon to us to search for intel. The other thing, if miraculously any of the Vics in the convoy are not completely destroyed, search them for intel. We'll probably have an opportunity to do that before we extract, so that would be valuable to us. Next objective we're doing, we're going to swing northeast to the SAM site, where Wranglers 1, 2, and 3 will land in the similar spot. Teams 1 and 2 will be heading south along that MSR to demolish the radar for the SAM site. It's like an S-300 site. While teams 3 and 4 will push east into the compound that's on the eastern end of the town, and try to engage whatever armor or whatever the fuck's in there. Around the site, we have multiple different missile locations, so we'll be destroying those as we push through the town. Whatever means we have. So yeah, the main objective is to kill the radar, but we're supposed to kill the missiles as well. So we gotta make sure we do as much as possible there. From there, we'll be swinging south to the Everson forward command post marker. Wranglers 1, 2, and 3 will land in that sort of bracket-shaped courtyard there. The big thing to watch out for here is the bunker that's immediately to the east on that road. I want our weapons team to be setting up sort of on this arc, not in that arc, but pointing in that direction and returning fire on the bunker, while the other 3 teams are going to move northeast, push on that forward command post. There are 3 buildings here that we need to watch out for. Oops, didn't name those. The 3 buildings within the complex to the northeast will have high-value targets and intel in them, so we need to make sure that we're searching the entirety of those. We'll probably extract from the courtyard within that compound, but be on the lookout for high-value targets and shit, because they're important. At the airbase objective, Wrangler 3 will land to the southeast on that hill, because there is known armor within this area. Wrangler 3 will engage that armor to the best of their abilities. Wrangler 1 and 2 will then land later to the west of that airfield, provided that it is sufficiently cleared to where they can land.
You meant Sandbag 3.
Sandbag 3. What?
Or Sandman, sorry. Sandman 3 is going to be engaging that armor, and not Wrangler 3, which is a little bird that doesn't have any weapons.
Apologies.
Just making sure.
I mean, you can engage
my
one
intent
tank with
was
that.
the infantry that deploy from Wrangler 3 will be
Alright,
engaging.
yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I only have the flights marked out with words right now. Correct. Team 3 is going to be engaging that armor, backed up by Team 4, who will be deployed in that same location. If they run out of opportunities to engage armor on the airfield from that location, Wrangler 3 will be lifting them and redeploying them to somewhere where they have better sightlines. Wranglers 1 and 2 will deploy their troops to the west end of the airfield before Team 1 pushes north to the air raid bunker, which is formerly friendly held and probably contains some of our good intel, so we need to make sure that we're searching that, while Team 2 pushes east onto the airfield in order to fuck shit up as much as possible. Check, make sure I don't have any other big notes. Pilots, we got to make sure that we are not tipping off the convoy to our presence earlier than we have to. So try to refrain from flying northeast of the ambush corridor as much as possible.
I'm gonna lift up and turn the fuck around and go backwards until you guys call me.
It's a good idea.
There's no reason for us to circle over these positions.
So does the mission end at the airbase, or are we trying to get back to friendly lines after that?
We're
retreating
from the
everything.
Okay.
We're extracting from the airfield. The other big note that I have is that if we remain in any location, well, not remain, but as we are in any location, reinforcements will be coming to fuck our shit up. So we gotta make sure that we are doing things fairly quickly, not too quickly, but fairly quickly, in order to avoid prolonged contact anywhere on the map.
As I understand it, it's highly likely we will have to extract under fire.
That's correct.
So just get ready to jump on little birds while being shot at. Something I wanted to point out, so like for the final objective where Wrangler 3 is dropping off the weapons team and we've got a nice little big white mark that says armor, all our photos are really old. They're like, I think Zim said hours old. So if you get there and you're like, why isn't the armor on the tarmac? It's because it moved. It goes for like every single dot on this map. It's entirely possible they won't be there.
Until you have,
yeah. So just
have,
look around if you don't see it in the first spot.
Right. I don't imagine they're going to be moving the bunkers, but
I was going to say
it's
something.
a possibility.
I mean, there is a bunker right here you missed.
Yeah.
Right, can we go?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
I got one more meta note.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
If you guys are in these helicopters, you might be using fast ropes to deploy somewhere if you're really, really lucky. If you are not the helicopter pilot or the person designated by the helicopter pilot to use that system, you have absolutely no business touching it, or you will probably kill everyone on your helicopter. So
yeah.
Also, don't
get up there.
Don't be retarded when you're using it, because there's a fucking disconnect rope button when you try to use it.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any intent on using the fast ropes right now, but if we were, just don't touch them. Yeah, because if you're moving at high speed and you deploy the fast ropes, you'll kill probably everyone.
Quick question for you, comrade. Is the idea for Wrangler 3's infantry units, I guess all Wrangler units or all Sandman units, at the first objective at Falling Ballstill, I must have missed this part, are we to clear everything out, bunker, road checkpoints, and armor before the convoy, or are we just going to set up at our little crossroads location just south of all that activity?
So the goal is to establish that overpass as a point from which we can assault the convoy. If we're taking a shit ton of contact from in the town, I'm going to have teams 1 and 2, or teams 1 and 4 push more heavily into Falling Bastille. But if we don't have to push in there, I don't want to be knife fighting inside of that town as much as possible.
All right.
But if the opportunity presents itself to go clear out some of those buildings and search for intel, then we will take it. But the primary objective is to set up on the overpass and get ready to engage the convoy. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
All right. And the only thing I did mention was I marked a resupply opportunity after the SAM site objective. But again, that'll be flexible. All right, that's all I have.
All right, Zim, you good?
Good.
Alright, good. Let's go.